This way? Which way is he filming? Hey up and welcome to this week's Shimmy TV vehicle. Shut up! Or else I'm doing it elsewhere. Hey up and welcome to this week's Shimmy TV vehicle review. Oh, you fucking put me off now. Right. Hey up and welcome to this week's Shimmy TV vehicle review of... God, would you two shut up? How do I turn this?
I'm from Nottingham.
How do I turn this fucking...
You don't turn a man's stereo off. You're a black dude, you should know that shit.
Hey up and welcome to this week's Shimmy TV vehicle review. This week we're testing the 2016 Honda Fireblade SP. Let's have a little look. So the Fireblade SP comes with the exact same power that the standard Fireblade comes with. It comes with 180 brake horsepower and 84 foot-pounds of torque. What your extra 2,000 pounds does get you though is Brembo monoblock brakes, Öhlins forks and Öhlins TTX rear shock. I think for the extras that you get for an extra 2,000 pounds, I think that's quite a bargain. It's kind of like tossing up whether to go for the standard one at 12.5 or go for the SP at 14.5. I think if your budget can push just a little bit further, I think it's well worth going for the Fireblade SP. Now, one thing that I don't think any of us could disagree with is that the 2016 Honda Fireblade, especially in these tri-colours, are absolutely gorgeous. I mean, I freaking love the bike. Like I say, someone out there might disagree with me, but I think you'd be hard pushed to find anyone that doesn't like the look of that bike. I've brought the Honda down to RTR in Nottingham just to give it a quick run on the dyno. One of the best motorcycle companies in Notts, and it's ran by rising TT star Dan Hegarty. Well, I think he was actually the best newcomer at this year's TT. But anyway, I've brought the blade down and we're going to whack it on the rollers and see exactly what power it makes straight out of the crate. This is the man himself, Dan Hegarty. Fucking hell, that's a nasty scar, isn't it?
You not seen that?
No.
That was my 2010 at Fruxton. That was my short circuit finisher, that was.
Shit, dude.
That's why I don't do super stock anymore.
Fucking hell.
Don't go straight.
Bloody
That's
hell.
it, there to there, that's it.
Oh really, is
That's
that
why
it?
I ride with, yeah.
Ah, I see. Let's see what she makes. Don't let me down, baby. Like your door handle.
Rock.
So it made 162.
Yep.
You know how manufacturers say, obviously, because online they say this makes 180. Are they reading, like I say, are they reading that at the crank? And
In the brochures, and like this, the manufacturer specs always quoted the crank, so it's your engine brake horsepower.
Right.
But then you've got to go through your transmission, through your clutch, through your chain of sprockets.
Yeah.
Use a bit for your tyre on the roller on the dyno as well. So usually 12-14%.
So even this making 162 at the rear wheel is still real
it's an
good.
honest 180 at the crank. But
Yeah.
162, so it's the back wheel. When you get into the racing world, you know, we all talk rear wheel figures.
Yeah.
Dyno.
Thank you very much, dude. Wicked. And I'll see you on the next one. So the Honda Fireblade 2016 is a blindingly good bike. It really, really is. I mean, it's not as ferocious as the rest of the thousands out there nowadays, but I tell you what it rides like. It rides like a 600 with 1,000 power. What I mean by that is you have to keep it revving. The power doesn't really kick in until about 7,500, 8,000 revs. Whereas, you know, a lot of the thousands nowadays, the power is there almost from the word go. As soon as you hit the throttle, it's, you know, kind of takes your breath away with how fast it is. Whereas this is the Honda Fireblade is quite laboured with its power and quite controlled. But I think, as much as some people might see that as a negative, I think that's what makes it so brilliant on the road. I really do mean it when I say it. This is probably the best of this type of bike, best road bike I've ridden. It really is. I don't think anyone would struggle to get on with it. You know, it's so easy to ride. I have ridden another Fireblade 2016 with full acro exhaust, power commander and a quick shifter, and I have to say it completely transformed the way the bike rides. And when I say it transformed the way the bike rides, it didn't turn it into an out and out, you know, animal. It just made that power a little bit better mid-range and lower down in the rev range. So if you want to get the best out of your Fireblade, I would definitely suggest getting a performance exhaust system and mapping it. The motor on the Fireblade is an absolute gem. It really, really is a little gem. It obviously it's not putting out as much power as every other 1,000 out there is, but it's so slick. It really is. The gearbox is faultless. It's just so smooth. Nice positive gear changes, and it just never ever misses a beat. The controls on the Fireblade are nice and easy to use. Very, very simple and basic, but still easy to use. The clocks are nice and easy to read. I'd like it if it gave me a bit more of an indication as to how much petrol I actually have, instead of it just having a light that turns on when you're obviously getting low. It'd just be nice to know roughly how much is actually in there. The clocks are, like I say, nice and easy to read, and gives you all the information that you actually need. It would be nice for them to be a little bit more pretty and a little bit more bling, but I suppose, you know, the 2017 Fireblade's coming out real soon, and I'm gonna guess that that's gonna be more like the rest of the thousands out there, with something real special. Suspension on the Fireblade SP works an absolute treat. It really does. I mean, I haven't ridden the standard Fireblade without the Öhlins, forks and shock, etc, but this really does work really well. Honda have got a lot of flack, a lot of like bad press over the years, over the fact that the Honda Fireblade hasn't evolved as quick as the rest of the manufacturers out there. And on the eve of the new Fireblade coming out, which is no doubt going to have all the technology that the rest of the bikes out there have, I actually think the 2016 Fireblade actually marks the end of an era, and quite an awesome era as well. And what I mean by that, it's kind of like the very last sports bike to just be the bike and the rider, and not the bike, rider and traction control and anti-wheelie, you know, anti this, switchable ECU, etc, etc. It's and I actually really like that about the Fireblade, and I think it's a really special thing. You know, if you want to pop a wheelie, you're not having to flick around with switches and stuff trying to turn everything off just so that you can get the front wheel off the floor. If you want something that's comfortable, powerful, reliable, looks fantastic, I don't think you're going to find a better all-round bike for the road than the Honda Fireblade. Really mean it, and if this is anything to go by, I can't wait to see what the 2017 Fireblade is going to be like. Hope you've enjoyed the review. Don't forget to click like and possibly give us a share if you fancy it. And don't forget to subscribe to Shimmy TV as well for more bike reviews and whatnot. If there's any bikes out there that you're thinking about buying, or you want me to review, or you might just want to see it get ragged on track, leave a comment with what bike it is, and I'll do my best to get it. And yeah, we'll put it through its paces and have a bit of fun on it. So yeah, I'll see you later. Cheers, bye.